Welcome to the Holistic Life Podcast, where the wisdom of the Word of God lights our path to mind, body, soul, and spirit wellness. Each episode, we delve into living a life that's not just healthy, but wholly aligned with the spiritual principles, exploring the intersection of faith and well-being. Join us as we uncover divine guidance for wellness, meditation, and harmony in life, taking this journey on living fully in His grace. Your transformation, grounded in faith and understanding, starts now. Hey, good day, good day, good day. Welcome to another episode of the Holistic Life Podcast. I am your host, Shelby Frederick, also known as Lady Jules, and we are broadcasting live from the Columbus, Ohio region. So I have a question for you today. What if the thing that you have been waiting for is your yes? I spent 6 years telling myself I was waiting on the right strategy, the right venue, the right timing, the right budget. But eventually, I had to face the truth. Fear had dressed itself up as patience and sat across for me for 6 years. So back in 2018, I was sitting with two dear sister friends, and we prayed the way women pray when nobody performs and everybody tells the truth. And one word kept rising through the conversation, and that word was midwife. God was not describing a job, He was describing a room. And this was a room full of women carrying purpose that they were unable to bring to birth alone. I'm talking about women who needed someone standing beside them saying, "Push, you are close. This is safe." I wrote the word down, and honestly, I believed a retreat would follow within a few months. But life had another plan, or at least that's what I told myself. Um, 2020 came, and we all know what happened in 2020. We had set a date for March of 2020. And the pandemic changed everything. During this time, also, my leadership responsibilities grew and my calendar filled with every room except the one God had shown me first. And for years, I told myself to hold up with strategy, that I needed the right venue, the right timing, the right budget. And those things mattered, but they were not the whole story. The real issue was harder to admit. I was legit kind of afraid. I was afraid of taking up that much space. I was afraid of leading something that intimate. I was afraid of being responsible for what might happen when women finally became honest about what they were carrying. And so I set a date in 2024, but nothing materialized. Fear had a different plan, and it dressed itself up as patience, and it sat across from me for 6 years. And then I entered a season of healing. And I'm not talking about the kind of healing that gives you a perfect explanation for everything. This kind of healing was one that reveals what you have been avoiding. And God did not hand me a marketing plan. He healed the places in me that were still waiting for permission, permission to take up room, permission to lead from rest instead of performance, permission to believe that the word midlife was for me too, before I handed that word to anyone else. That was the shift. And so what changed was not my strategy, my healing did. And that's because sometimes the thing blocking the assignment is not a lack of information. Sometimes it's the part of you that still believes you need permission to obey. When we came up with this term or this acronym, GROW, it's built on 4 movements, and each one came from what God first did in me. The first one was reveal what has been buried, all of the desires, the grief, the questions, and the parts of yourself you learn to hide. The second is release. You release what was never yours to carry. All of the expectations and the guilt, the responsibility for everyone else's comfort. Excuse me. Next is restore. You have to restore what has been worn down, whether it be your courage, your capacity, your ability to hear yourself and to hear God clearly. And finally, renew what God keeps calling back to life, whether that's the vision or the assignment, the hope you thought you missed. Grow is not a women's retreat in the traditional sense. It is a sacred space where women create room to hear God again. So you will not spend 3 days performing wellness or self care. You will not spend 3 days pretending you are fine. You will have room to tell the truth. You will have room to process what has been happening beneath the surface. You will have room to discern what is yours to carry and what needs to be released. This is for the woman who knows there's more, but feels frozen at the threshold. This is for the woman who keeps asking for confirmation because she's exhausted from second guessing herself. This is for the woman who has been faithful, responsible, and dependable, but has quietly lost contact with her own yes. Grow. God Renewing Our Women will take place August the 28th through the 30th in Ohio. There are 9 resident seats remaining, and registration closes August 15th. You will spend 3 days answering the question God may have been asking you since before you knew how to name it. What if the thing you have been waiting for is waiting on your yes? If you are ready to create room for what God is bringing to birth in you, go ahead and register. G.R.O.W.frederick.com. You can pay in full, and flexible payment options may be available for you at checkout. And if you are not ready for Ohio yet, the Door membership is available to hold you in daily formation between now and then. The link is in the description. But do not ignore the question: what is your yes? What is your yes? What is that God is waiting on? We all have it. We really do. And He really, really, really desires to bring it forth now, because now is the appointed time. So you can see the information scrolling there at the bottom, August the 28th through the 30th here in Columbus, Ohio area. G.R.O.W.frederick.com. I look forward to seeing you there. Blessings.
Thank you for joining us on the Holistic Life Podcast, where our foundation is the Word of God and our path is wellness in His life. We hope today's episode enriches your journey to a life of health and spiritual fulfillment. Remember, each step toward holistic living is a step closer to embodying His teachings. For continued inspiration, follow our journey. Until next time, embrace your faith, nurture your entire being, and watch your life bloom in His glory. We'll catch you on the airways. Be blessed.